Hey friends, this is Jennifer Terri and welcome to my channel. How are you all? I hope you're all doing well despite of the situation in the world right now. We're all waiting for the decision on the travel restriction, on the travel cap, on the quarantine classification in the Philippines, and the arrival protocol. Now guys, as of now, as of filming, what's the time now? It's 4:30 p.m. in the Philippines, and the Philippine government has not made any decision in any of those matters po. So what we know is that the travel cap and the entry restriction and the MECQ and NCR Plus will end on April 30. So we are still waiting whether the Philippines will extend or lift those restrictions. Now, very critical thing is the travel cap, guys. So, because regardless if they extend or lift the MECQ, it does not affect international flights, but the travel cap does. If the travel cap is extended, then more likely the entry restriction will be extended too. So, the big thing here is the travel cap. Now, with regards to the travel cap, there have been talks with the internet and other vloggers been talking about this certain travel advisory from the Philippine Airlines. Well, I really took the time because I just couldn't find it. I'm like, where are they looking at this? I'm like, this is not on the most recent updates, not on Facebook, not anywhere. So this is the travel advisory that they have talked about. The title is Urgent Reminder, Appeal to All Passengers on Scheduled PAL Flights. This is advisory number 69. So the advisory starts that the Philippine Airlines will restart its regular commercial flights to serve you after a 2-month pause. Now, already from the first sentence of this travel advisory, there wasn't any pause on their commercial flights. Yes, there have been many flight cancellations because of the travel cap, but the commercial flights have continued. It didn't take a pause for 2 months, no. And then, in this advisory, it said, for the current month of June until further notice, international commercial arrivals are still limited by the IATF to a maximum of 600 passengers per day on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at NAIA. These limits need to be shared across 3 and 22 foreign airlines that fly into the Philippines. Alright, 600. The travel cap is 1,500. This travel advisory is saying that the travel capacity in NAIA international arrivals is only 600 and it only flies on certain days. So it only flies on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Now, this is not correct po. This travel advisory is an old travel advisory. If you look at the website of the Philippine Airlines, so this is it guys, June 2020, urgent reminder, appeal to all PAL passengers on scheduled PAL flights. Okay, this is June 2020 and this is the reason why the advisory is numbered 69. Currently po, PAL, the last advisory that we have on their website is that the flight schedules for April, which is PAL Advisory 167. So this advisory that they are talking about, that the Philippine Airlines now only accommodates 600 passengers and that it only flies on these dates, is not correct po. This is an old travel advisory. This is way back June 2020. Because at that time, really, the number of international arrivals was very limited, only 600. But I just want to share, guys, that this is not the latest travel advisory. This is an old travel advisory. If you're worried that Philippine Airlines will only fly on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, that's not true po. This is last year pa po, June 2020. Currently, PAL flies, they have international arrivals every day po. Every day. Although it is very limited, nasa 3 to 5 flights lang, international arrivals, they have flights po every day. If you guys want to check the status of your flight with Philippine Airlines, check your email, because if there is any changes po, they will send you an email. But if you go to their website, you can go flight status, but this one limited lang po. So for today, April 28, only 2 days ahead lang ang mache-check. But if your flight is, let's say on May, on June, and you want to check, go to manage booking. And then your booking reference and your last name po. It will tell you if your flight is cancelled or continue pa din. If you have booked with a travel agency, then contact your travel agent. And speaking of Philippine Airlines pa din, guys, Philippine Airlines responded with one of our videos the other day. So we had a video. Remember how we talked about Philippine Airlines? In one of our videos, let me show you. Just the other day, Philippine Airlines commented po. The top comment po. FlyPal. I thought it was only a regular YouTube account. Maybe they only used the name of Pal. But then I checked the account. Oh, 65,000 subscribers. And I looked at their videos. Oh yeah, this is Pal. I didn't expect that Pal would take notice of our small channel. Anyway, Pal commented here. We're appealing to the government to increase the NAIA travel cap or arrival cap. The cap applies to all airlines, but PAL is most affected because we have the most routes or flights to Manila. We have our planes and our crew to fly them all, and we strongly believe that more flights are needed to help Filipinos return home, go on essential trips. The quarantine safeguards will protect the country from virus spread. We apologize for the delay in refunds, but we will do all we can to minimize processing time. Then we take our customers, and this is a very challenging time, but we will overcome it. Yeah, so even the Philippine Airlines po is appealing to the government to please increase the travel cap. They really have to, no? But one thing they have to do first, change the arrival protocol. Because not only are hotels being congested, but also the testing is, they are overwhelmed. They have to go to different hotels, collect specimen, and then submit it to the laboratories to test it out. It's really hard, operational nightmare, as what the Red Cross doctor referred it. The Philippine Airlines have been proposing to the government way back 2020 June that accreditation and acceptance of PCR testing done prior to departure from foreign countries. They are in support of a test before travel. For instance, they set an example here to allow US-based travelers to be tested in the US before departure and accept only those with COVID negative result for travel on Philippine Airlines flights. And they said that this proposal is under consideration. We will announce if approved and implemented. How long has this been? This has been June, almost a year ago. It's really obvious now that the Philippine government is not supporting this testing before travel. Why? And also guys, I want to share to you pala that Philippine Airlines also emailed me personally with regards to my refund because they watched that video. They asked for my refund details. So yeah, I want to say thank you to PAL for reaching out to me. Now with regards to the quarantine classification, the Manila or the NCR Plus is under MECQ. And for this one, Manila mayors are proposing hybrid MECQ. Hybrid MECQ. Now, it's still MECQ, but they want to ease up restrictions, especially for businesses. So, to allow some businesses to open up. Yes, and they also want to adjust the curfew protocol, the curfew time. So, they want it to be adjusted to 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. So, they want to reduce the curfew hours, less than 2 hours. When it comes to entry restriction, they really have to announce na, man, it's only 2 days. They have to let people know. We have former Filipinos who have flights on May 1, May 1, May 2, May 3, May 6. I've spoke with some people today and they're just waiting for the announcement from the government. So any minute now, the government will announce, guys. So we are waiting and waiting. I suggest you guys follow the Office of the Presidential Spokesperson on Facebook because it's the Facebook page that, boom, announces these entry restrictions. The first page. So that's what's happening, guys. I'll see you again with my next update. Don't forget to like this video to support this channel. That's all I ask, guys. And subscribe to the channel if you want to follow the arrival protocols, updates in the Philippines. And I will see you again in my next update in what's happening in the Philippines episodes. And I'll see you. Ingat po kayo and God bless. Bye!